What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to rescape the 20 gallon. And I don't normally film this, but the reason I'm filming this today is because I'm going to put the driftwood back in the 20 gallon. And it's been a while since I've had the driftwood in, and I bought the rocks that are in there to replace the driftwood because the driftwood was getting like some weird fuzz and stuff on it, and I just didn't know if it was good for my fish. So I'm going to boil the driftwood too, which apparently that is supposed to prevent that stuff from growing on the wood. And the big rocks are super covered in algae too, and the whole tank is really dirty, so I'm going to do a water change on this too, and I'm going to add a few new plants, and let's get to it. So guys, now I'm going to boil the driftwood, and I've got the driftwood in a bucket here, and the reason it's in a bucket is because when I boil the water here, which I'll get started, I'm just going to pour it onto the driftwood, and the water will just fill up in the bucket. So that's why it's in the bucket, is then I can just pour it all over the driftwood. And I'll see you guys when the water is boiled. So guys, I've got the water boiled here. Now I'm just going to dump it on the driftwood and hopefully not die. So guys, now I'm just going to wait for the driftwood to cool, and then I'll go clean the tank out, and then we'll put this in. So guys, now I'm going to scoop the fish out and do my water change, and I'll catch up to you guys when the water is lower and all the fish are out and in a bucket so that I can rescape the tank and put the driftwood in, and I'll see you guys then. So guys, I've got Nick and my two zebra danios in the bucket. I left the cherry barbs and the Cory catfish in there because I couldn't catch them. And I mean, I really don't mind them in there either while I do this, because the cherry barbs, as you can see right now, they're not moving too fast. They never normally do. And the Corys, they always just eat off the bottom. So I don't mind them being in there while I do this. But now I'm going to take the plants out. So let's start with this big rock here. So that cherry barb gets out of the way. There we go. Guys, look at the green on the top of this rock. Super slimy, and it's covered in algae. That's another reason I wanted to do this too. I came in the one day to feed the fish, and I just saw this rock here, and I'm like, that's covered. I need to change it. So that's why I'm putting. That's another reason why I'm putting the driftwood in here too. But let's keep going with taking the plants out. So guys, I got a towel down here, and that's where I'm gonna be setting everything that I take out. So we got that rock. Let's get the other rock now. See, this one, it's not that bad. It's not covered in that much algae. There's just a little bit on it. Nothing near as much as the big one. Let's take that out. I'm going to take the plants out too, just so I can get a good clean on them too. Especially this one, which is another super dirty plant. You can see all that algae on it. So I'm going to scrub these plants off too. So guys, now I've got my plants sitting in hot water, and there's a lot of algae on it, so hopefully all the algae will die in this hot water, and then I'll just shake it once it sits here for a while, and a lot of the algae will come out, and then I'll just, with my thumb, just scrape the rest of it off, and then these plants will look good and clean, and then I'll put the driftwood in. So guys, I realized that by putting the plants in the hot water, I've actually done this before and I just completely forgot. But if you have artificial plants with these things that are like weights so that it stays down at the bottom, don't put them in hot water, because as you can see a lot on this one, there's a bunch of hot glue right there, and that's what holds the little black things to the plant. And I realized that by putting them in hot water, I kind of melted the glue, and these have fallen off before, and I just never really thought that much about it. But then I completely forgot, and then I just remembered that by putting them in hot water, I completely melt that glue, and these things just fall off. So don't do that if you have artificial plants with these little black weights on them. So guys, now I've got all the plants out, and I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned this in a video, but I bought this thing too, it's like a little magnet. So there's like a scrubber right here on this side, and there's a scrubber right there. So it cleans the outside and the inside of the tank. Then you can just go down and up. So I'm gonna use that to clean the glass too. I can actually see stuff coming off. You guys probably can't on camera, but I'm gonna use this to scrub all the algae off too. I'll probably go over with another brush I have too, just to make sure I've got it nice and clean. And since I'm taking a lot of their good bacteria out by taking the plants out and cleaning them and cleaning the glass, I'm going to leave quite a bit of their old water in here. But anyways, I'm going to go get the driftwood, finish my water change, and we'll rescape the tank. So guys, now it is time to start scaping the tank. So I'm going to start with the driftwood. Just set that in. Make sure there's no fish that are about to get hit. I don't want to put this like as far back into the corner here as I can without hitting any fish. I think I like that. It's about as far into this corner as I can get it. So I'll have to just throw some gravel on that after. But now let's get this big plant. I'm thinking that I want that like kind of near the driftwood because I want to make kind of like a forest near the driftwood. So I think like right there looks good. And then once it's full of water, it'll be all up. And also guys, the plants look super clear now. Way cleaner than before. So then this one, I think I'm going to put right there next to the driftwood. And also guys, I think I said before that I had some new plants that I was going to put in here. And these are them right here. So I've just got a little plant here. I've originally had 5 of these in the 20-gallon before when I had the driftwood in here. But they all just kind of fell apart, and this is the only one that's left. And then this one, it doesn't have one of those bottom things like all the other ones, like the things that I was talking about before. Because this one is actually a broken piece off an old plant that I had in the 3-gallon. So I'm just going to use that in there too, just because why not. So I'm going to save those for a little bit. I just thought I'd show you guys them. And we got this plant right here, which I think I'm going to put right like over here, just so there's some plants away from the driftwood, so it looks good like that too, so that I can have the plants still spread out, but still looking good with a forest around the driftwood. And then this here is one of my favorite plants, just the big, tall stripes of plastic there. I'm going to put that one. I don't want to cover the driftwood too much, so I think I'm going to put that one. That corner. Okay, calm down. But anyways, this one, yeah, there we go. So it's going to go right about there for that one. I'll tuck that one in again after. And then this one, this was the dirtiest plant that was in this tank. And as you can see, it's much better. It's a lot cleaner too. And this plant, it had some stuff on it originally anyway. As you can see here, it's very bright in the middle, and then it's darker on the sides. And that is normal for this plant. I remember this plant was a little bit different than the others. And just so that there's some action at the back of the tank, I'm going to try to put this one like right there. Oh, that covers the bubbler perfectly, which is exactly what I want, because that bubbler just looks kind of weird. Then there'll be some bubbles that you can see up at the top of the tank, which should look good. And now let's go with this one. We'll save the smallest one for last. I really like this one too. And I think this one, I'm going to have to shove it pretty deep into the gravel because there's no way at all on the bottom. But hopefully this one goes in there good, because I think it's going to look really good in this tank. Maybe like right there. I don't know. Maybe like, I don't want to cover the wood too much like I said before, but you can still see all of this right there. But I think I'm going to go with great, maybe. Is that all good? Maybe. I think I need something at the back, in this back corner. I like to have tanks in my corners. Oh, that looks perfect in there. You can't see that it like had no weight on it at the bottom anyway. It just looks the same as the other plants. And now, last but not least, this little one here. And these ones, since it doesn't cover much of the wood, because this will be shoved in like another inch too. So I think I'm going to go with that one, like right here about. Looks good. And there, you probably can't see much right now because it is so dirty in here. But I'll show you guys the escape when the tank is all cleared up. So guys, now I'm going to fill this up with clean water, and I'm going to let the filter run too so that it's nice and clean for you guys to see. And I'm going to go grab my other fish, Nick and the 2 zebra Danios, and put them back in here. And then it'll look nice and clear after the filter runs for a little bit. And then I'll show you guys the tank when it's all finished and clean. So guys, the tank is all cleared up, and it turned out amazing. I love it, and here it is. Guys, eventually I would like to get live plants and put big rocks in here and wood and make a big sand waterfall and stuff and make it look super cool. And I think it looks pretty cool now for what I have. And anyways, thanks guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, share this video with your friends, and hit the like button. And thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.